You guys ready?
Alright.
Hi everybody, this is Tommy with Not Internal IT. With the Drunk Nerds, which is Joe.
Who am
Allie.
I? Oh, right. I'm Allie.
Soon to be Mrs.
Keith.
Allie Keith. Are you gonna do that whole thing where it's like hyphenate your name?
God, no.
No, you take.
It's too complicated. My last name is Boyles. I've been dying for my entire life to have a different last name than Boyles.
Nice.
Or, as some people would say, Boyless. Yeah, somehow people found a way to make fun of it. Anyway. Can't really make fun
Let's
of it.
open up those wounds.
No pun intended.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh man. Well, Allie's getting married, and she's
Next Saturday.
she went for a bachelorette party last night. How was that?
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's so many stories.
Mm.
I saw 2 penises.
I want to say it's a fail
Why?
because you are sitting here perfectly fine.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean it was a fail. I was very drunk, but here's what you have to do. I was very, very drunk at one point. So then my sister gave me water for about half an hour to an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started drinking again and got drunk again.
Mm-hmm.
But never did I get drunk enough to the point of throwing up. And so that's where my hangover starts. Is if I start throwing up, I'm gonna have a hangover the next day. If I don't throw up, I'm fine. But I handle it pretty well. But I had a lot to drink. Like, it was not a fail in any way, shape, or form.
As we discussed on Friday, you were supposed to be sitting here wearing your sunglasses, drinking, and not saying a thing.
Yeah.
Because you were supposed to be so hungover, that was the extent of what you could do.
I can pretend.
Oh, we already know it.
Yeah, we already know. The illusion has been destroyed.
Anyway.
It's like when you see Cinderella at Disney World and her wig fell off.
Aww, that
awkward.
sucks.
So I can't finish.
Here we go. So here So I'm drinking the
Wow.
Brothers Reserve from the Windermere Brothers,
Ooh, oh.
and it's called the Kill Devil Brown Ale.
You're so fucking pompous.
It's 90% ale brewed with palm sugar and molasses, and aged in rum barrels, and 10% ale.
How is it?
It's really fucking good.
It is really good.
It is really, really good.
What's it comparable to? I think we need to start being a little bit more descriptive. Instead of just reading the label, we need to start describing these drinks to these people.
Just like beer.
Well, I know that.
That's your standard. So it does taste like it's definitely a brown ale. You can taste the sugars that they add into it, like the molasses and stuff.
Comparable to?
I would say it's a sweeter version of Innocent Guns, rum aged. It's a way sweeter, way smoother. It doesn't have it's got a cleaner aftertaste.
Yeah, I've never tried that one, so I'm not going to be able to compare that. But I'm sorry, you drink a lot of pompous beers.
I
You're
like
comparing it to all
beers.
of your
I like
pumps.
trying beers. Am I right?
I like trying beers too, but I mean,
Having Magic Hat every single time you go out does not mean that you like beers.
when have I had a Magic Hat? Anytime I've been out with you.
I don't know.
I had Shock Top, but Shock Top's good.
I'm projecting your sister on you. By association, you've tried it.
No, I have tried Magic Hat, and I do like Magic Hat, but anyway, I'm drinking collaboration, not litigation.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, this is 2 beer companies that they were friends, and they realized that they had a very, very similar beer. So they just mixed them together and then created a new beer. So instead of suing each other over it, they just created something even awesomer.
Hence the name.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's delicious. It's very hoppy, but in a good way.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. And then
What would you compare it to?
Oh, gosh, I don't know. I'll let him do the comparison because he's all freaking connoisseur.
Well,
It smells-
Seeing as you're not a connoisseur, in your mind, what do you think it compares to?
See, I can't, I don't, a lot of the beers that I drink on a daily basis are your typical,
Bud Light.
Bud Light or Shock Top, and it doesn't really compare to any of those. It's more hoppy, but it's very smooth at the same time.
Okay. It's descriptive. That's good. That's good.
It smells like a malt, and then when you drink it, the first taste that you taste is the malt. and then after that, it's kind of good like that. Yeah, I can taste the hops afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
But like the initial smell and taste is hot. Like
It's malt,
It's
yeah.
all malt. So, but it's really, really good actually. Very, very good. And then Joe's.
I made a trip to the Universal Liquors by my house. Went and I was like, okay, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this. Give me something new. So the guy started pulling down many bottles. He's like, well, you can do this with this, this with this. I don't think he expected me to go, okay, I'll take it all. It was all mini bottles. They're cheap. But so right now I'm trying. It's the Pinnacle Cake.
It just smells like cake.
It does.
It smells like cake.
And it's not a lie.
Oh, thank God. I was starting to get worried you might be murdered.
But so he said to take the Pinnacle Cake and mix it with orange soda, and it's like a creamsicle.
It's so good.
It's very sweet though.
Yeah,
Not being a sweet person, I'm gonna take my time with this because I don't want to puke later.
I'll help.
This looks like a bad decision on a rough night.
You know what this is? This is how you get a girl drunk enough to have the beer goggles. Like you want to get a girl drunk, you give her something sweet because she'll just drink it like it's juice.
That's why I used to, when girls used to come to the bar and they're like, when I bartended and like, I want to get drunk. I was like, I got something perfect for you. And I just make them chocolate cake shots all night. Because it tastes like cake, chocolate cake, and then you just pass out.
Depends on how you make it though. I've had some people make it where you can definitely taste the strong liquor in it and you're just like, it has like a cake aftertaste, but it's like a gross.
That's too much vodka, usually.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
So if you don't make it right, it doesn't really taste very good.
Yeah.
But that, I don't know how you could make that wrong.
Yeah.
Some of the extras that I've got here is he gave me how do I say
Glenn
this?
Levitt.
The Glenlivet Scotch and Di Serono. He says do 2 parts Scotch to 1 Di Serono over ice. He said that's really good. Then he gave me this kinky liqueur.
Sorry.
It's
Are you 5?
Yes.
It's a super premium vodka distilled 5 times with mango, blood orange, and passion fruit. And then
Apparently it's really good.
and then mix
That's what I've
that with Red Stag, basically, which is a bourbon whiskey. You
So-
mix the 2 of them together, and that's supposed to be a shot.
So is it called a kinky red stag? Just saying.
And then there's this Fireball cinnamon whiskey, and you're supposed to drink that straight. And if you would like, you can do it with a Coke chaser, which I'm obviously gonna do.
Oh,
Nice.
obviously.
Obviously.
No.
I think next time I'm doing this.
Oh man.
Oh God, that's good. I'd trade you, except you don't drink beer.
Yeah, because it's all fucking beer. It all tastes
Yeah,
the
you're
same.
like.
It doesn't matter what it
It's
is.
so weird to me that
It's all
it all tastes
fucking
the same
beer.
to you.
You know, I had high hopes that you wouldn't be pompous. Jar a little bit.
And no, it's
It's not a matter of pompous. It all tastes like beer to me. Like I never get the difference in the flavors. I don't get this one's extra hoppy. This one,
And you know what?
literally, you could hand me fucking natural ice, and you could hand me one of these, and it's all gonna taste the same. to
You
me.
know what though? I think this is why. I think part of it is that it depends on your taste buds too. Cause like, I think Tommy can taste more of a difference in things. Like, I got the hops, but he got right on that it was malt, cause he drinks more of them. I don't really taste too much. Like, I can taste the difference, but it's not that much. But you like everything plain, like when it comes to food and things.
Yeah, you get
But
like
I have-
cheeseburgers, no cheeseburger.
But that's because I have to, because of my stomach.
Oh. Yeah, maybe eating all that plain stuff, your taste buds are just like, oh, I don't know the difference between.
You know, it's funny you say that.
I would think it would
because-
heighten it.
Yes, it does actually.
Really?
There's things that I can taste in food that people are like, oh, that's bullshit. You can't taste that. And because I don't eat it, it's that extra flavor that you're not used to, and I can taste it.
Alright then.
No, my.
All of my theories right out the window.
It's
Yeah, well, it's all right. You're a woman.
no.
Oh.
He was trying to be nice,
Yeah.
so now you're a dick.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So you're gonna do husband and wife or man and wife
What are you talking about?
when you take your nuptials?
I don't care.
There's 2 ways that some people don't like to say man and wife because it means ownership instead of husband and wife.
if you're marrying someone and you purposefully don't want them to say that because it means ownership, then obviously you're not secure enough in your relationship that you think that that makes a difference.
No, well, I can
'Cause
see where
I
you're coming
don't-
from, but to me, it's more of a bitch. Just the woman, that whole women's rights, like
I
I should be
guess
allowed to
so.
vote.
But I just don't give a
And women's
shit.
suffrage?
I just don't care. Like, who cares? That all those little things, like, I really just could care less.
Uh,
By the way, I am trying to keep it very short, so I'm thinking 15 minutes tops. I said half-hour tops, but I've run through it in my head. That's just way too long. I'm sorry. We need to get to the drinking.
You know, it goes quicker than you realize, though. That half hour will go by really
Do you? Do you? Alright, we're done.
Dude, that's such a fucking tease.
What?
I'm telling you right now, when I did my wedding, it's not like we walked
You mean
down
the
the
greatest
aisle.
day of your life?
Yeah. So we walked down the aisle and he starts talking, and it was like, seriously, within the first 5 minutes, he's already doing the whole, do you, and I was all like, I'm done. I thought the wedding ceremony was
No?
over already. He did that part and then kept going. I was like,
You're not done. It's just beginning.
Well, that's why I like that the officiant, they actually send you like a booklet of different ceremonies. So you read through them and you pick the one you like, and obviously I picked the shorter one, and then you know exactly what's happening.
we had the same choice.
Then why did it tease you? Didn't you already know?
Uh-uh. Susie read it, I didn't.
So then that's your fault.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying, like, it was such a tease. I got all excited thinking it was going to be a real fucking quick ceremony.
I'm excited though because I'm all down for the party and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. No, I'm serious. Like it should be a good time. It's gonna be buffet, so it's as much as you want to eat. There's a pasta bar, so you guys like there's 2 chefs that will make your pasta for you. So you get your choice of pasta, your choice of sauce, and your choice of chicken or shrimp.
Nice.
Yeah, and then they just mix it up and cook it right there for you. So it's pretty awesome.
Well, that's riveting. Thank you for that.
He's excited about the food, and you're no longer invited. Kat, you're still invited.
That's not cool, man.
Well, then don't bitch at me
I'm
for
gonna be-
getting excited about the food. I mean, come on. It's not like I'm sitting here talking to you about, and it's gonna be so lovely. We're just gonna look into each other's eyes and know for the rest of our life. No. All right.
First of all, if that was the case, I'd bring like a bullhorn or something like that.
Don't get me wrong. I love him. He
Cowbell.
loves me. But we've been together 4 years. We've been
Giselle.
living together. Like, last night we saw my mom first before we went out, and my sister looked at my mom and she goes, "Mom, just think. In less than a week, your daughter will no longer be a virgin."
Yes.
And my mom looked at her and she goes, "You're a bitch."
I'm sorry, I got a test drive before I buy my car.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're not getting laid tonight. Just saying.
Never get laid.
And you wonder
I
why.
don't know. His hands never turned him down yet.
I know. Although there was that one time. It was super awkward.
Well, I think it was probably because your left hand got in a fight with your right because it never gets any attention. It
Oh,
just
no,
made the
that
whole
gets-
situation awkward.
Taco flavor kisses.
Yeah. So this thing, I didn't
This
realize
is for my band.
this is 10% alcohol by volume.
Mm-hmm.
I am gonna be feeling pretty good.
Me too. What is this one?
Party on, man.
Aw, this is less. This is, no wonder you picked that one. It's 8.97%, but that's still not bad.
Yeah, that's still gets the job done.
35% alcohol by volume.
Yes. Compare these two sizes.
Did I ever tell you the story about when Will
I think I
accidentally
fit
drank
this in here.
90% proof Captain by accident?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, we were at a pool party or something for someone's birthday, and some guy brought Captain, and Will used to always drink Captain Coke, like that just was his drink. But then it was expensive, so I was like, just drink some beer. So he's there, and he's like, oh, well, I'm gonna have Captain Coke. So he puts in like a good amount of Captain, like his normal amount, and then the Coke, and he had a couple of those. By I think after an hour, he was vomiting everywhere. And then it come to find out it was 90 proof.
Nice. Yeah, I used to get Captain Morgan 100. That's how I built my computer desk. And then that was.
No wonder it falls apart.
Actually, I'm shocked. It's a piece of crap computer desk from Walmart. I built it. Well, I blacked out and built it. I don't remember building it. I remember drinking. And
You know what
having
though?
pieces.
That's good though because that's never a fun thing to do. So at
Yeah,
least-
no. When I walked into it the next morning, I was very confused. Especially when I found my computer on it and everything everything in the drawers and everything like that. And I went up to it and I was like hitting it like I'm like just waiting to see it go like that, just falling to pieces.
No, it's been
Right.
fine.
And the thing's moved all over the place. It was in my bedroom, now it's in the living room, and all over the place.
Dude, let's face it. I mean, if you had the choice, if you could black out and clean your house and do house chores and you don't remember it, I'd do that every day.
That'd be like having a free maid.
Yeah.
And be like, I'm just
Because as far as you're concerned, you're just drinking, having a good time. You wake up the next morning and your house chores are done.
Now, if only you could train yourself to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, because the thing is, you never know what you're gonna do when you black out.
Yeah.
So one time the house is spotless, you're like, this is great, and you go to do it again, and the next day your couch is like all over the place,
Covered
like,
in
in
puke.
pieces.
Outside.
Covered.
Yeah. It's like, what? God damn,
get so
Johnny is an
angry.
asshole.
Took me as a dick.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So. Hey, don't we talk about technology and stuff on this?
Occasionally.
Yeah.
Well,
I
we
mean,
are the
either
drunk
way-
nerds.
Either way, we ramble.
Well, we want to talk about our amazing night because you saw penises, went to a drag show, danced on bars.
Yes.
And lost a wallet and found a wallet and then
There was the
went to McDonald's and
penis in the elevator.
penis in the elevator. We had a very fun night. We all met up with all my married friends. That all but Joe really have kids. Even the one that's not married
Yeah,
technically kind of has a kid right now.
that was really funny.
So it was me. We all wore black, so we all looked like just a group of douchebags.
We all had black button downs and jeans.
Probably yeah.
That's appropriate.
Yeah. And then on top of all that, we get to the bar, and it's kind of slow. It's a nice bar. Joe found out that that Kettle One is considered top shelf in some bars, and he ordered 3 drinks, and it cost him $30.
$30 for Kettle One and vodka. 3 drinks.
He didn't know it was $10 a pop.
What?
It was they charged me, like they usually charge you separate for the vodka and the Red Bull.
Yeah.
But it's usually not a big difference. 3 Kettle Ones came to $22.50. I bought a fucking bottle of Kettle One for that place last night. And then the 3 Red Bulls came to $6.
You gotta be shitting
And
me.
you know you never use a whole fucking can. So I used a can and a half and got charged $6.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, we went later after this place. We went to what is it?
Norton's.
Norton's, and I got I didn't get Kettle One, but the 2
Let's get some Porn Pinnacle in your drink.
vodka and Red Bulls came to $8. It was $4 a piece. They charged me $1 for the Red Bull. That shows you such a difference between the two.
Jesus Christ.
Well, the first place was kind of a classy place.
What, the Hideaway?
Yeah, well, not
That's
classy.
not classy, that's Cougar Central.
No, Mixers is
Cougar Central.
Well, now all the Cougars are going to Hideaway also.
Yeah,
You know how I know that?
As a
Because my mom started going there.
oh really?
And because Tommy bumped into someone that he knows there.
Yeah,
From
Oh.
Mixers.
from Mixers.
See?
So,
I'm telling you, that's
I don't
what
like when people prove me wrong.
Well,
I didn't even make that statement. So no.
I don't
no.
even understand why it is, but you always pick the Cougar spots. Like, those are
'Cause-
your favorite spots to go, is the Cougar Central.
To be completely honest, it's because any place that I find that has people around our age are just those obnoxious
Douchebags.
douchebag bars.
Mm.
I'd rather deal with old douchebags than young frat
That's
white
true.
douchebags.
You know what, I agree.
Like Mixers is an older crowd, but you don't have people getting into bar fights, you don't have people busting people's chops, like everybody's just kind of really cool with each other. It's not this macho man contest in there, you know?
That's true.
I feel like when I go to places that are, like, you take like the Freaky Tiki, when I go
Oh
in
god,
there,
I would never go there, people get shot.
it's like the Freaky Tiki, once again, it's like because it's all, it's all people around our
It's a
age.
fun place. It gets
it gets obnoxious.
Yeah.
It gets
Yeah.
obnoxious really quick.
No, I agree.
And like the
I actually
place-
really liked the Dubliner that we went to.
I love
'cause
the Dubliner.
it's a hipster spot a little bit, but it's not bad.
Will loved it because he said it wasn't smoky like a lot of other places. He's like, the Freaky Tiki that, you know, when we go there, he's like, it's just so smoky and loud. And he's like, the people are just obnoxious. He's like, but he loved the Dubliner because he's like, there was not all that smoke and I could have a good time and not worry about everybody.
The only time that Dubliner gets a little overwhelming is if there's like a big fight or a big game, and because they play it on the TVs,
Yeah.
so they get really like packed, crowded.
Yeah.
Then it's a little like,
And
it
then
kind
you-
of sucks. But
Yeah.
other than that, the place is always awesome.
And then you've got guys hopped up on Jaeger bombs that
Jaeger
now
bombs.
saw some dude. Now they think that they're an MMA star, and now they want to kick some dude's ass. Because you get all pumped, all sex crazed and retard strong. So
Oh, but they're so amazing.
But last
when they do
night was a ton of fun. I just got fucking overcharged out the ass.
yeah, like his. So I wound up putting a bunch of like everybody else was on my tab, and then they just paid me back later. And with some of Letta's drinks, some of Cliff's drinks,
That was you.
and me, wound up being $30. Meanwhile, him alone with
For
three
three
drinks
drinks.
came out to about $30.
That's retarded.
So,
Yeah, they should have probably told you that beforehand.
well, this guy's like, you know, they assume if you call if you actually name the liquor, you know what you're talking about.
I enjoy Kettle One, and I don't consider Kettle One top shelf.
A lot of places.
You think like Grey Goose or Scott
That's all.
or
Well, that's the thing. Bars like that have Wells, then they have top shelf, then they have ultra top shelf, which is like ultra top shelf is Rain or Grey Goose, stuff like that.
Yeah,
well,
that's
see, I mean, I learned something. It was an expensive lesson, but I learned something. But to me, that's not, top
You gotta
shelf.
stop drinking and
So it's not often that I see Kettle One like displayed. Like, oh hey, they have this, sweet. So I was like, yeah, let me just get that. I had it, I love it. It's easy, it's cheap. I know a bottle of it's not that expensive, so I'm thinking it's not gonna be charged that much.
You gotta understand you're paying for those fancy commercials with those guys that are like true gentlemen. Don't fucking call people. It's a group of guys out in the rain, hold a cab for the ladies.
Oh,
no, but
thanks.
I will agree with you though. I agree with you in that sense that the Cougar spots are probably better if you're just having a good time. Because I don't care who you are, you don't go to bars to meet people. Like you don't go to bars to meet a new friend. You don't go to bars
I do.
to. Shut up. You're fucking weird.
I bumped into I love hearing people's stories when I go to a bar. I always like to sit down at a bar and then hear some crazy old person talk about like. the
Okay,
six-
now that's all well and good, but are you going to call that person up and have coffee?
No.
Okay, so yes, you can socialize and you can meet people, but you're not gonna make close friends at a bar. Like, you're gonna meet people and socialize, but if you never saw that person again, it would break your heart.
Yeah, touche.
Just saying.
Just saying, man. Just saying, dog.
She's on a roll.
Yeah, no.
I like being right.
So. Yeah, but that's the only reason why I like
Good
those
day to
older
be a
bars.
woman.
I think it's because you're not drinking your margarita.
It's like the reason I was explaining.
It could be. It could be. The margaritas fuck me up.
I was talking to Kat about it. It was like the reason why I like mixers. I go like, why do we go to mixers on Thursday? A, it's kind of tradition. B, it's like right smack dab in middle of all of our houses, except for Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you moved further away. It's not our
Yeah.
fault.
Like if we sit down, like you're like 5 minutes from your house, I'm 5 minutes from my house. It's like perfect. You guys drink for free, and it's a dive bar, but it's a high class dive bar. Like it's
Well, and
not,
the food is amazing.
you don't have have homeless Joe in the corner of the bar, drooling. Not this homeless Joe. Joe has a home, but
This show has a home,
It may
but
be a
most,
holiday, but it's a home.
most-
business.
home. Motherfucker.
most shows don't have homes though.
I know.
Anyway,
I wouldn't consider mixers a dive bar.
I don't consider, but it has that mentality. Like you have the regulars that show up there. Like everybody's actually, if you really think about it, everybody's super friendly that goes there. Like if
it's
you're
kind of
just,
like Cheers.
yeah, exactly.
It's like
I
everybody
actually would consider Seabreeze more of a dive
Oh
bar.
no,
Yeah.
that's a dive bar. That's why I like to say, Mixers has that dive bar mentality where there's the regulars that always go there and you can shoot the
Well,
shit with
because
them.
Mixers isn't like Freaky Tiki or Hideaway.
Yeah,
It's more of like dive bar-ish,
yeah.
but it's more so it's friendlier and
Yeah. It's
and
More adult oriented.
yeah, and they
Yeah.
have much better food.
Oh yeah.
They have such good food. I'm sorry, I think with my stomach 90% of the time.
Really? Because you're not even like, oh, my dress is so pretty. It's like, we're going to have a buffet.
My dress is pretty, but it could be altered. Actually, I got a corset back so it would fit me no matter what.
Oh, did you?
But, I mean, I'm not a fat girl, but I'm a fat girl at heart, so that's all that matters.
You're just an Amazon.
I really am.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, a drag queen was making fun of girls not wearing heels last night, and I was like, I'm tall enough. I'm almost.
I would have loved to see you. I would have paid money to see you in heels.
I can wear heels.
I could see you hitting a door jamb on my walking through the front door. Bonk.
Oh
Some
God.
big fucking heels.
I don't know. It's pretty tall on her own. You know, you get 6-inch heels. You're what? 6 foot. 6'1"?
How tall am I?
Yes.
Like, without heels?
Yeah.
Like 5'10".
Are you really?
Yeah.
Why am I heavy?
Because men always think that they're taller than they really are.
Will's like 6'1", isn't he? 6?
Yeah.
6'1"?
Yeah.
All right.
Will's 6'1", 6'2", I think. But men always overevaluate, and Cassie and I love it because I'm actually technically like not 5'9.5", and Cassie's exactly 5'10". So we go out places and we love the guys that we know they're not 5'10", but they always say they are. They're like, oh yeah, I'm like 5'10", and we're like, really? And we stand up and we're like, no, you're not. They're like, oh yeah, I am, and we're like, no, because we're 5'10", and you're shorter than us.
My niece is 11 years old and is 1 inch taller than me.
That's awesome.
She's super fucking tall. She is super fucking tall. I saw her this weekend, and I walk in, and there she is. She's 11 years old. She probably looks like she's probably 16, 17 years old. She's 11, and she's 1 inch taller than me. She's basically almost your height
That's awesome.
at 11.
She could be a model, I'm sure.
Yeah, she's beautiful. She's an absolutely gorgeous girl. And it's like, I yelled at my sister. I'm like, whatever the fuck you're feeding this child, you need to fucking stop right now.
It's it. This is over.
I don't know if you're giving this kid gamma radiation or what the fuck you're doing, but you need to stop.
She doesn't need any more milk.
No, no.
Bones are grown. We're good.
Last time I saw her was around Christmas, and she was probably up to my chin.
She's gonna be really tall
And
then.
then she's like,
She had a growth spurt, but I mean, she's only 11, so she's probably gonna have another growth spurt or two before she stops growing at about 16,
Yeah.
17.
the thing that pisses me
Don't
off.
women hit their growth spurt later?
Earlier.
Earlier than
Oh,
most
it's early.
That's why
Yeah.
you always have that weird awkward moment where all the girls
Where-
are class
Yeah.
taller than. But she's not like
I have
a
a
little bit
little
taller
short.
than everybody. She's like massively taller than everybody else.
So yeah, but I mean, she'll still have like 1, maybe 2 more growth spurts before she stops. But
Yeah.
she'll probably stop growing about 16, 17, right, Kat? Ish.
Yeah, I mean, I was my full height at 11.
Oh, really?
So she might be done, but there's probably room, you know.
Because I was done growing when I
Everyone's
was, I think I was 16 when I stopped. That was it.
Yeah. But I was just like, holy crap, that's nuts. It's
Yeah.
insane.
She might not be on like 6 foot.
Yeah.
Depends.
Oh yeah. So,
But hopefully she'll be a model because that.
well, she's a gorgeous girl, but. And that's a scary thing. Like, my sister was talking about like how she was, she went to get her
You're
hair
the
cut.
creepy uncle, aren't you?
I am the creepy. No, she's a very, very pretty girl. All, like my 2 other nieces and then my nephews are like, they got the good genes apparently. And the good family, like my sister's a little, and her.
Love you, sis.
Love you. No, my sister Wendy. My sister Wendy is a beautiful woman. Joy looks like a leather bag. She looks like a leather bag. She
Does
tans.
she watch
It's all the
this?
tanning, though.
My sister doesn't know how to use the internet, let alone how to look at this video. So no, she looks. We got into an argument once. I called her the human deflated football
Oh,
because she just like baked herself in the sun for 40 years.
oh my god.
I called her the human deflated football.
And how did she take that?
Not well.
Did you learn a lesson?
No, because then we
Okay.
just went at it back and forth even more.
You don't learn easy, do you? Yeah, I know.
What? I need somebody to defend me in these.
Little
Yes.
head.
I like the fact that there's chunks of beer stuff in your drink.
Foolish.
Mm. What's the matter, John? Are you caffeinated?
So
It's probably the yeast. I know it's probably the yeast of the malt.
Just the thought of
I
drinking
have a yeast
something
infection in my
chunky.
beer.
Yeah. I thought that was bad that it's just floating in your beer. Now that just made me feel dirty as fuck.
You already are dirty as fuck.
I am
He's
dirty.
just blaming the beer for his dirty glass.
Yeah. Oh
Go ahead
man.
and finish it. Jesus.
Jesus Christ! Didn't you have enough last night?
Nope.
A little hair on the dog is a little bit ridiculous now. That's just called a bender now.
Oh shit, is that what I'm doing? I swore I would
You
never
know
do
what
that
though?
again.
Speaking of vendors, you drank what? Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
Today.
today.
The sad thing is not. I might be an alcoholic. Yeah, I think about it.
But the thing is you've had valid reasons to every time.
Yes, that means I'm not an alcoholic.
Well, not only that, but let's really take this into context because you don't drink just to get smashed every time.
No, I drink in social.
Yes. So you're not an
Drinking.
alcoholic because you don't feel like you have to drink. You just have a couple of beers.
Yeah,
And sometimes you even order a coffee if you're done drinking. So
yeah. I'm more of a coffee whore than anything. I need to have my coffee.
I love my new Keurig machine.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
I'll
Go.
bring you some. You just gotta ask.
What do you get? Here's a cup. Oh, thanks. And
Usually that's me. Jesus.
My heel hit the
so,
Oh, so excuses.
motherfucker.
just ice.
Are you gonna? Oh, I thought you were gonna.
Well, I
call.
finished it, so now I have to get him some more.
See, she knows what to do.
I'm a proper lady.
Damn right. So,
Oh, and not cleaning your ice bin doesn't really help.
what? I have booze in my ice bin.
Yeah, and ice that's all stuck together like a motherfucker.
So judgy. Jesus Christ.
It's just the ice bin. It's just
I don't walk into your house and put my dick on everything.
that's because you can't walk into my house.
That's right. You have that fucking force field, known as a cat.
I have cat force fields.
Cat.
It was on purpose. I didn't want you in my house, so I
Fair
got some
enough.
cats.
Thanks, Dick. So,
Yeah, but you kind of went a little overboard with it.
there was a cat.
That's Will.
We did hang out with a cat
Okay,
last
went
night
A little overboard. Yeah.
outside Norton's. It was a
Really cute.
very friendly street cat.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. Did you convulse?
No, I petted it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you really?
I fucking touched it.
Yeah, he did.
Really?
Yeah, as long as I'm outside, I'm fine.
He
It's when
didn't.
I'm inside I have problems.
He didn't sneeze. He didn't hive.
No.
So you probably could come over.
No, I can't go inside. It's in confined spaces. I can't deal with them.
Really?
Yeah, outside, because there's enough. The particulate percentage due to fresh air is different.
I feel like you could.
No, I could. I walked into Cat's house for 3 seconds and I'm like, my eyes are on fire.
Yeah, it took 30 seconds for him to be like, I'm
I
going
literally
outside.
went through, I got into the floor, yeah.
Does anything help?
No. Like, if I take like Singular or something like that,
So you have a cat.
yeah.
Yeah, one. Yeah.
So what's gonna happen then?
No, it's my mom's cat.
Oh.
Either that or we'll have to kill it. That's the two options.
You're dating a real dick.
I just thought of a really fun name for that shot. You could call it the Kinky Ginger, Kinky Redhead, since of the two names. Right? It's
The Kinky Red.
Red
Kinky
Stallion.
Red.
Kinky ginger, I like that.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is fancy.
This
Kentucky
is-
bourbon infused
Gingers
with
usually
natural
are
flavors.
kinky.
There. True story.
Oh, that smells like bad decisions, man. That reminds me of the time I puked on a limo.
I don't see how that's a shot, but
I don't know.
I'm not helping you with that one.
This, like I said, does remind me of puking on a limo.
I'm pretty sure I just want to vomit right now.
yeah, I don't see how that's a shot.
I was gonna
It
ask
tastes
for
like
some-
old woman perfume. Or as if I
It
just
does.
as if I just jammed potpourri in my mouth.
Yeah. It's definitely old woman perfume.
It's definitely old woman perfume.
Yeah, it's like I just went to a 70-year-old's house and started drinking.
Apparently, the Kinky Red is 75 years old.
Yeah,
And
Ethel.
Actually, I think it's this red stag is what did it.
Yeah, because the kinky is really good.
Well, no, I taste the passion fruit, but
Kinky.
It's a naughty fusion.
naughty. It's an unholy
Do we have
fusion.
anything tech to talk about today? We're all about the beer today, the alcohol,
If you
and I
really
love
want
it.
to get started, we can go nuts about E3.
Yeah, we talk about all the games. Like the one that I'm actually really pumped about. I saw a trailer for it and some game. So you know how like when they release video games, they show like the cut scenes which look amazing,
Yeah.
and then you play the gameplay and it's like
It's not.
so dumbed down. It doesn't look like anything like the cutscenes. They had a game. It's called Watch Dogs. That's coming out. And they show the cutscene and they're flowing through everything, and then they zoom in, and you're expecting the graphics to go, like, just fall to shit.
Oh.
No, I showed it to Kat. It looks amazing.
It's a beautiful
Like it's fucking.
Oh.
It look even the gameplay footage looks cutscene quality. Like it looks like a CGI movie.
It's
That's
like
awesome.
it's like Grand Theft Auto mixed with inspirations from The Matrix.
Yeah.
Mixed.
What's the premise of the game?
The whole
though?
premise is just like you're this hitman / spy, and you have the ability to hack
with your phone.
with your phone, like cell phones and stuff like that. So it's
Ooh.
Basically, the whole thing is everything is connected.
yeah.
Right.
Everything electronic is connected, and you have the power in your cell phone.
Yeah.
Like you have the power
So
to
basically,
control
kind of
traffic
like
lights.
what's
You
that
have-
show? Person of Interest.
That's it.
That's
Alright.
it.
It's kind of the same thing. It's basically like they created a system where everything is connected and everything. Anyway.
So like in the trailer, you're trying to draw out this guy. So you show up at his art opening, I guess you could say, and you have to find one of his people. So you're using your cell phone and you're hacking other people's cell phones and you're listening to their conversations, and then you find that one person and she's like, yeah, he's here, he's here. He's like, all right, I'm on my way down. So now that you know he's down, and then you hear him talk to all the guards saying, don't let him out of the place. So you have to find a way of sneaking out, and you go past one of the guards and you go outside, and then you track through like traffic cameras. You can see where his car is through GPS, and you follow his car, and as soon as it gets close, you hack the traffic lights to turn red just as he's passing through, so he gets in a car accident. And then you start, and it becomes a shootout, like Grand Theft Auto, like shootout, where you're trying to get to the guy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that sounds awesome.
It does. Like I said, like, and this thing, I don't own a console. I have no interest in owning a console. But if this thing's out in console, I'll go buy one just to play this game.
What's it on?
It's, as far as I know, it's gonna be on all systems.
Yeah.
Alright, because I mean I have 360.
Yeah.
So you can borrow
Now
it if
this
you want.
this one looks like I was like I was waiting for it
Tell
to
you
go
what,
into
if
gameplay.
you buy the game, I will lend you the system, and then when you're done with the game, you give me back my system and let me borrow the game.
Alright.
Just saying to save you.
I mean, if it's on
$100.
Steam, I don't give a shit. I'll just have it.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying
But
if you'd rather give it that way.
this was like that surprise breakout game of the year. If you
That's
look up anything on
awesome.
E3,
It's
you will
about-
find Watch Dog.
Watch Dogs.
You know what
It's
game I
big.
still really want to play, but I haven't been able to because my computer won't support it yet?
Sport.
No, actually, my computer supports Spore. I
Yeah.
can just play that, and it's awesome. But StarCraft 2.
Really?
I want to play it so bad. I'm dying a little inside every day that passes. But my computer won't support it, so Will's gonna build me a new computer, but it's gonna be about $300, $400.
That's not bad.
So-
Yeah,
No, it's not bad at all. It's just with the wedding coming up, we just have to save money. So
Yeah.
after the wedding is probably when we'll buy it.
Yeah. Word.
But I mean, he can pretty much build any computer. So
Yeah.
if it's basically the matter, because we have so many monitors, it's just and keyboards and mouses.
Yeah.
and
You
everything, so
could use the same
it's
chassis.
just it's just the matter of building the computer itself.
Receiving a telephone call. For the convenience of those around you, please acknowledge it.
Nice.
Sorry, Gladys decided to interrupt.
Do we all have
Speaking-
Gladys as some kind of notification on our cell phones?
No.
I do.
Speaking of Gladys, one of the co-creators of Portal has a new Portal-esque game coming out.
Ooh.
I'm trying to remember. It's something Conundrum. What is it?
Time Conundrum or something like that.
I can't remember the name.
But
But
these things.
yeah. Anyways, But it's really cool. So you have instead of having like portals to actually go through walls, which is the whole point of Portal, you're in a laboratory / office, if you will, and it's your uncle who created this device that changes our reality, I guess is how it's considered.
Okay.
So like how we consider everything right now, there's a fluffy reality and then like a heavy reality and a slow reality. So
Huh.
you have the same kind of like the companion cubes, if you will. Well, like in this one scene that I saw during the E3 where they were demonstrating it, there was like a safe, like a floor safe, and it was being dropped out like companion cubes, and they were just continually being dropped out, and you're watching it through a window. Well, you can't really go anywhere, but there's this whole room where this is happening. And if you push a button, like it opens this door that you can't seem to get to. So when you change dimensions and it changes to the fluffy dimension, the big heavy safes all of a sudden shoot across the room because they're light and they're airy. So it kept shooting across the room and it would bounce off the window, bounce off the window. So finally they had it shoot across the room, and then they changed back to normal dimension, which changed into a safe, which then crashed through the window, which gave you the ability to jump through, and then you continued on through the puzzle.
Oh.
And like you can go to the safe and like you can't really lift it or anything like that 'cause it's too heavy, so you change to a fluffy dimension, you pick up this little fluffy thing, drop it on a sensor, and then change back to normal, and the safe weighs down the sensor to
That's
keep
kind of
moving.
awesome.
And it's the same kind of puzzle-esque game like Portal.
That is so cool.
Well, it's funny because all the things I've seen in E3, the sad thing is that once again I think video games are suffering from the same thing as TV shows and movies for the most part, where it's just remakes or reimagining or sequels. It's nothing new. Like I love the concept of Assassin's Creed, and the new Assassin's Creed looks amazing, but it's like, all right, we've gone down this road before.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this is. So you get to do awesome moves and awesome aerobatics and stuff like that, but we've got, let's figure something else new, and that's why I like the Watchdog, because it is, you can compare stuff. There's always going to be a video game like another one. Like, you take Saints Row, and then you go like, well, it's kind of like Grand Theft, or,
Yeah.
you take Left 4 Dead, like the only one I can think of that's not really like any other video game is Left 4 Dead, but it seems like they're going more towards. They're doing those sequels, but there's other game developers that are going, I want to do something new. Like, for instance, the Watchdog. Looks like Grand Theft Auto, but it's a lot more immersive. Like, it's like...
Right.
But that's also, I completely agree. The only thing is, from the little clip that we saw, we feel that way. But once we get the game and start
Yeah.
playing it, you might be like, okay, this is Grand Theft Auto with some new toys.
Well, not only that, but I mean, even the small amount of dialogue that they actually had in the video game, it seems like an actual really good storyline. Like, that's the other thing that I mentioned in our conversation before was...
I love a good storyline
The
in a game.
video games have video games now have more original storylines than movies and TV shows.
Yeah.
Oh
That's-
yeah. Well, and they're more in depth. That's
Yeah.
the thing. It's like movies and TV shows. TV shows are a little bit better actually.
Yeah,
But movies are trying so hard to fit so much in a short amount of time. They miss everything.
Yeah.
Like and you guys probably didn't even read the book or anything, but Girl with a Dragon Tattoo,
Yeah.
horrible movie, awful movie. Because if you watch it and you haven't read the book, I'm sorry, it was horrible compared to the book.
The original or the American?
I
This is
only
a
saw the
Swedish version.
American.
There's a Swedish
There's a
version.
Swedish version. Watch that one.
That's the original version. This is a Swedish version. It came out like a year ago, 2 years ago.
Okay, see that one might actually be good, but the American version that they released is awful. If you haven't read the book, you have no idea what the hell is going on.
All I know is there's butt rape.
Yeah, it's awful. Like,
That's all I know
That's
about
all
it.
you get out of it.
That's all I know about
that's
it.
all you get out of that movie.
Is
Like,
butt
that's pretty much
I
it.
just know there's a girl with a dragon tattoo.
And she gets
Yeah,
butt
see?
raped.
Okay.
Yes,
That's all I know about the movie.
It's horrible though. If you don't read the book, you have no idea what the hell is going on. If you've read the book, you're like, okay, I kind of get it, but it doesn't do any kind of justice for it. So they're trying to fit so much in a small amount of time that the story is awful. Whereas if they had made it into a video game, the story probably would have been full. Because they have more time and more.
But that's how I feel about the Green Lantern movie.
Yeah?
The movie wasn't that good, but that's because they tried cramming so much from the story into one movie
Yeah.
instead of drawing it out. But the sad thing is, if they had drawn it out and just made the first movie his like origin movie, and really spent the time on that first, how he becomes Green Lantern instead of him becoming Green Lantern and then fighting some big bad enemy, just him becoming and then make the fighting later. People wouldn't have liked it either because they said it had been too story heavy and not enough action, and you know what I mean? Because
Well-
you're never going to appease everybody.
Well, that's why they typically come out with the action movie first, and then they'll do the origins, like with Wolverine. Like they did a Wolverine origin.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't want to get into
It was not. No, it wasn't
it
that
was
good.
rushed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
it-
its
yeah.
that was its
I'm
downfall.
saying
it
that's-
was rushed.
I'm saying that's why they did it. I'm not saying it was good.
That movie and
watch just the opening of Origins.
yeah.
That's that's
Yeah,
good.
no, that's good.
It's once you get past that opening sequence, the movie just
Well, here's
Yeah.
here's the kicker. Like it's like
Absolutely.
the sad thing is,
but
is
the opening was awesome.
the two movies that I've seen with Ryan Reynolds in them, that I was like, Ryan, what are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? Are two superhero movies. Like you haven't,
He really
X-Men
should be a
Origins.
superhero movie.
did
And then
good in,
no,
as Deadpool
And he did
in
in
Origins.
the beginning, and then it was just ridiculous what they did with Deadpool.
But that wasn't his fault. That wasn't even him acting in it.
Yeah.
He literally only acted in that beginning part,
Yeah.
and that was it. But they're supposed to be doing a
Deadpool.
Deadpool movie that he's supposed to be in.
Which I'm actually intrigued because Deadpool is one of my favorite comic book characters.
But again, it's another Green Lantern. There's so much that you could possibly do.
Yeah.
That's very easy for them to.
Fuck it up.
Oh yeah.
And you know they will, because Hollywood always does.
Yeah, they butchered the shit out of it.
They butcher books, books, comics, everything. They butcher it all up.
Yeah.
There's very few that they actually did a good job with,
Yeah, exactly. So,
which kind of sucks.
oh well, you guys want to call it a day?
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah, 'cause I ain't
pretty.
finishing
I'm
this.
about to
yeah,
take a nap.
Yeah, this stuff is kicking my ass. Holy shit. So, from us at the Drunk Nerds and about to be the Passed Out Nerds, you guys have a lovely day.
Good day and good night.
Stay black.
Bye bye.